Hello everybody, Camelia here. Welcome to a new video. Today we have the latest issue from KnipMode magazine. So issue 9, September 2023, and I know it is already, we are now 16th of August, and I know that is already, I have it already for 2 weeks in here, but I just didn't get around to sit down to make the video. But that means that I had some time to look good to the patterns and, you know, read a little bit through the instructions to get a little bit more idea, a little bit more further than what we see in the just the pictures in the magazine. So of course, if we are taking a look at the cover, we see immediately that we are getting into the fall. So we get long sleeves, and we get puffer jackets and dresses with long sleeves. So let's take a look. I'm going to move this a little bit around to be sure that I am pretty well like this. So we have, as Knip Mode is giving us in the last few issues, we have the garments here on the first page. So it's really easy to see immediately the garments. Most of the time we got the models, and then in the middle we always had these drawings, but now you get them also in the beginning of the magazine. Also the patterns, they are available on their website, on their web shop. They are available to be bought, and I have here actually underneath is a skirt and a top from this issue that I got from Knip Mode. And as you can see, there are of course this is I'm going to show you in a minute. It's the pattern for the skirt and the pattern for the shirt, but actually of this shirt, but actually, because you know they are combining every time, and when you buy a PDF pattern from Knip Mode, you get actually more than one model. So let's say, so I wanted this skirt, but on the same pattern they gave also this dress, and they give also this dress, and it's the same with the shirt, where you get all the variations of the same pattern. So that's a great value. So let's take a look. The first pattern is a dress, and they used here a polyester viscose, but I always look at the drawings from Knip Mode, and if there are 2 lines of stitches here on the drawings from the garment, then I know immediately that this is made in a knit. In this case is a stable knit, and also the same here. The dress itself, of course, it can be made also in one piece. If you are putting the pattern pieces together, then you can get only one panel for the front and also for the back, so you don't need to make this asymmetrical cuts, these diagonal cuts here. So it can be just in one. Here they used, of course, they used one fabric. I really love this brown color. Also here it's a really nice fabric. I love it that it has a little bit of structure, and that's also the idea. You get it sleeveless. I suppose it's I don't know if it's I suppose they used like a binding thing around the armholes, and also here around the neckline. And of course you can combine. You can put sleeves, you can make the sleeves longer, and I'm pretty sure if you don't want to mess around with making the sleeves longer, you can use the sleeves from one of the shirts. But of course always check the armhole, that is that your sleeve is going to fit into the armhole. But most of the time, because you are using the sleeves from the same company, so in this case Knip Mode, and you are putting them in a knit pattern, sleeves knit pattern, most of the time they use the same block, so they are going to fit, but do always check the length of the armhole. So really nice dress. This one is made in sizes, let's see, I cannot see the sizes really fast. Let's take a look here. I know it's really annoying when I go back to see. Well, the sizes are S to triple XL. And of course, something that I really love with Knip Mode is the fact they say how long is the model that is wearing the dress and the size that they use. And so this model is 180 and she's wearing a size 46 or an XL. This girl here, we will see it later in the magazine, and there we get a little bit more information about her length. And I think this one is the same one, and she's also 180 and she's wearing a size 38 or an M in some of the patterns. Again, it's the same dress, only here is sleeveless. I cannot really see another difference. The dress is meant to be in a little bit of a stable knit, as I said, like also scuba will be a great choice, or all these new stable knits that we get with the new season, a little bit warmer knits. And I think even a little bit of a more structured sweater knit will work nicely. So, and of course ponty knits would be also very, very nice for this pattern. The next one, and I find that although it's a nice dress, I find it that is a little bit I don't know, out of style with the rest of the garments. Is a dress, a little bit business-like dress, I will say, especially made with this in this fabric, and they also say that using wool or a wool mix will give of course a really chic dress, a business-like dress. This one is made for wovens. It has an invisible zipper in the back. It has short sleeves, but of course, as I said, with a little bit of looking around, I think you can really make you can put a long sleeve on this one too. It has an interesting cut here. Actually, is this piece of the skirt, so it will be the left piece of the skirt, is getting cut with a corner that is getting doubled. So only this corner is getting doubled, and that one is getting folded to the outside. So it's an interesting skirt. And of course the rest of the skirt, and I think the whole dress is fully lined. The next pattern is a top that we will see it later also as a dress later in the magazine, and here they use stretch satin cotton, satin cotton, which also of course requires invisible zipper in the back. Is getting finished, the neckline is getting finished with facings. Of course, very, very important. Facings should be always understitched in order to avoid you know, the facing trying to get out. Very interesting with these pieces here, everything is getting sewn, so there is no wrapping around or something like that. There are princess seams in the front, making it for easy fitting, and the back has two little darts in the lower part of the bodice, the let's say the peplum part. So here you can see it. So this model she's wearing, and something to remember, as I said, a lot of times the garments that are photographed in Knip Mode are not made to measure for the models. So, and this is something that I always take a good look at how the garments are fitting onto these models, because if you watch here, this girl is 1.80 meters and she's wearing a size 38. Most of the time I'm making size 38 also with adjustments, especially in length adjustments, because Knip Mode is drafting for 172, and if I see her here with 180, I know, and I see the sleeves, they are the length that I like to have, so not too long and not too short. I know that I will have to adjust the sleeve because I'm only 169, and the pattern is 172, and on 180 is falling as I wanted, so definitely for me it will be too long. and I will come back to that. Here we have dress skirt 7C, and it is 7C because, as I said, the dress with the asymmetric cuts in the beginning or seam lines is the same. The skirt here is using the skirt part of that dress, and you have so a few variations on the same pattern. The instructions of this skirt, that's why I got a little bit confused here with the numbers. I was saying that the numbers were wrong, but the number is good. Is skirt 7C, and you can find the instructions of this for this skirt. The pattern is in the magazine, but the instructions are online on their website. It's only one sheet that it can be downloaded. For this skirt, and I really love the A-line and the length of it, I used to have when I was younger, I used to have a skirt like this made in a kind of wool, a checkered wool. Really, I loved that skirt, and I want to recreate it. That's I'm going to use a kind of stretch wool for my own skirt, and that's also what I'm going to share with you in one of my next videos. So love the skirt. I really love the waist piece here, but of course it can be easy made only with the facing, so the skirt in one piece, and just make it with the facing. I'm not sure if I'm going to line it, but that's also something very easy. So the skirt has a big yes for me. As I said, I'm going to make it. This one, they use it here with a stretch crepe, with this fabric polyester viscose with 4% elastane. I'm not really sure if it's really needed a stretch if you fit the weight, if you fit your waist and the hips a little bit. The stretch in this case is not really important, and again I think it will work really nicely also in a ponte knit. You can see here again the double stitching on the hem, and that means that you can also make it in a stable knit. If not, I will not make it in a rayon knit or something like that. That will not be really nice. But I think with the ponte knit you'll get a really beautiful skirt also. And it has a zipper in the back. And I'm thinking now, if you were to make this one with a ponte knit, you could make it with just an elastic in the waist, because the ponte knit is of course very stretchy. And just fold the elastic to the inside, stitch it in the side seams, and just omit the center back zipper. You know, as long as it's getting over your hips, you'll be okay. And just cut the back also on the fold. The next one, and here we have the dress from the cover. This is a really cool dress, and you'll see in a moment the drawings of this pattern. The only problem, I think, again, and I'm coming back to that the garments are not made to measure for the models. So I guess for her this dress is really huge. I think it's at least one size too big. Although if I'm watching here, I really like where the seam is falling on her sleeve or on her shoulder. Although this width here on the sleeve is making it really too big. It's like there is a lot of volume in that sleeve, and I know that the idea of the dress is also here in the text. It's an oversized dress. I find that it's a little bit heavy here on the sleeve. And in a moment you see I'll show you the drawings of that dress. Here we have a classic shirt dress, you know, for transitional season, let's say. I mean, we've seen this from a lot of other pattern companies, and you know, like they are very, very popular, and I think it's a great one. They made it here, they call it as a shirt jacket, but I think this will be just nice as a blouse. And you know, for the colder time you can always put turtleneck underneath. It will be really, really nice. I love the white pleat here in the back with the yoke in the front and in the back, which you can see it has a drop shoulder. It has a little bit of the sleeve cut on. It's a really nice style. They do have here pockets, and I cannot really see on her here if the pockets are stitched on the outside. I cannot see that, but if they are just side seam pockets, you always need to be, so not top stitch onto the garment, have to be careful that they are not going to hang out of your garment. As you can see, they are coming pretty short to the hemline here. Here we have the same pattern, but in this version is as a dress. Also, I really like it, although I think I will use a standard color here, not only the stand. This one is made, let's see if I can have any information on the fabric. This one is made also in a polyester viscose blend. I really love the fabric. I think this one is a great one. Then we come back to this dress, which I really like. I love the details. As you can see here, you get a little bit of better detail of the drawings, because you cannot really see a lot in these fabrics. I do love this fabric, although again the details are really hard to see. As you can see here, the back has a princess seam, but the front is getting cut like this, and here you have like a really deep dart, and then you get the sleeve sewn on. And to make the sleeve, actually you gather the sleeve here, and it's getting sewn into this yeah, it's actually like a dart. It's a really interesting construction. I really like it. And as you can see, they made two options, one with a collar, and this one is only with a stand. You can see here even more that volume on the sleeve. And again, if I'm watching this girl here, she's the model that is 1.80 m. If I'm seeing this and I know that I am 11 centimeters shorter than her, so I know that on me I will be swimming in this, so I'll definitely make maybe even a size smaller, and definitely will have to adjust the length like I always do. So this is something to keep in mind. I think this is a great way to, if you are looking to the pictures, to decide a little bit how the garment is going to fall and to make decisions up front about the fitting. Some nice cuffs here on the sleeve, but definitely shorter. And here there is the information about the fabric that they used. Most of them are viscose polyester blends. Then we have the patterns for men, and the mini and me of mini me, you know, they provide in the Knip Mode. For the Knip Mode they give the sometimes a man, sometimes a woman pattern, and in the magazine that they have for children's patterns, they give one for the kids. I find it a little bit shame that they don't provide you know, a little bit for teens also. They are stopping to 128, I think, so 134 in this case, but for my kids they are really too small. So there is let's see, there is a hoodie with a sweatshirt with a pocket, and another one and long sleeve, and they used the ribbing, I think, for the cuffs and for the band, although here does look like it's the same fabric, I cannot really see. And they have also another variation with short sleeves. I really like the hood on this one, and I think in this case, if I'm watching the drawing here, they also left the sweatshirt unhemmed. Here we have a variation of the cover dress, but this time we have it in the plus size. This is size 46 or an XL, with a classic collar, and as you can see here, she's also 180, and I think this one is sitting a little bit better. As you can see, the cuff also a little bit, but still there is a lot of volume in that sleeve. Next pattern 10B, is a short pair of shorts, and we'll see them later also as a pant. And there are two pleats in the front, and actually an asymmetric pleat that is going to the side here, and underneath here you'll find an invisible zipper. There are side seam pockets and some welt pockets in the back. and this one is made in linen. And here this one is, and I think that's the reason why the sleeves are so puffy, is because this blouse is made in a cotton met lurex stripes, you know, that metal thread. And now I'm coming again to what I said previously. You can take a look at the pattern, at the model pictures, and you can kind of see how the pattern is made. And this girl here, she's only 1.72 m, and you can really see actually how much, how oversized the garment is. They are talking about the fact that it's an oversized style, and you can really see it here because this girl is wearing she's the same length as the patterns are drafted for, so 1.72. So I know that if I'm going to make this one, I'm going to take quite a bit of the length of those sleeves. Then we have the back, the pants from earlier, from the shorts. And also in this case, I think they are, again, the pant is made to be a little bit oversized and a little bit wide. But I'll definitely make a toile for this, as I think there is just a little bit too much width here on the sides. And in this case, test garment will be really important. This is the same pair of pants, but made in a poplin. My tip is make it in a really flowy fabric, so definitely not in a poplin. Make it in a flowy fabric. Make a test garment as you have side seam pockets, and if the width here is not good and you are starting by putting pockets in these pants and then thinking I'm going to adjust the fit, well, that means that you are going to give up on those pockets, because if it's too wide you have to adjust the side seam. So as I said, there is visible zipper here, and the waistband is coming all the way to the side here, where I'm not sure I suppose it's getting with a kind of pants hook and eye or something like that, getting closed. But there is an invisible zipper here in the center front. Here we have all the patterns, but I'm going to go all the way passing the instructions, and then I'm going to come back because we have a few more patterns here to see. Here we have a variation of that top from the beginning, you know, the coral one made in cotton stretch. And let's see, because I know that it was here in the beginning, right here. This one here, we have it as a dress, and this time is a sleeveless dress with a really interesting wrapping effect here in the front. You know, we've got also in the Burda something similar with that sleeveless black dress, but here there is a total different a pattern, of course. Here you have those insertions here, and again I will make a test garment for this if I was to make it, as it needs to be a little bit fitted, you know, because you really need to have this bodice nice fitted in order to have a nice dress. I think I like it on her better. She's 180. She's wearing one of the bigger sizes, and if you are taking a look on their website, I'm pretty sure they have a video, so you'll see also how the dress is in action. The dress has an invisible zipper in the back, also handy. Then we have, you know, they started last edition or two before, I think, no, I think the last time they started that, you know, that you get you got a bodice, I think, last month, and 2 sleeves, and every issue they will give another sleeve or 2 or a neckline or something like that. So this time we get a V neckline for the top and a puffy sleeve. I really love this pleated detail here. It's really difficult to see here, and here is the photo just a little bit too small, but I really love this one. I'm sorry. And the cap of the sleeve is actually getting stitched outside the armhole, It's a really nice detail. And underneath, because that's why you get also those extreme puffy shoulders, you get a little bit of tulle that is getting gathered like a really soft shoulder pad. Then we get a really cool skirt made in 2 lengths. This one is like a knee length, but again, she's 180, so on me it will be a little bit over the knee. And here she's wearing the shorter variation. It's a really nice skirt. It has a zipper here underneath, and then to close these 2 front parts, you get it. You do it with a little buckle, with a D-ring. It's a really nice one. They used here they used a linen fabric, and this is an satin, cotton satin, but I did see online someone made it in a stretch denim. This one is also a denim. It's looking also really, really cool. But we have more, and then they give us a few options on a puffy jacket, and they give the instructions are made for making your own puffy fabric. So you stitched the lines, and then you are filling it in with whatever they give here. And so you can, this is nice because you can make it as puffy as you want, and of course you can use the fabric for the windshield here, and for the cuffs you can use the same fabric as if you would have the fabric already quilted. You'll have to take it apart, you know, for this kind of pieces. So this is a shorter variation with zippers here in the pockets. And then we have the longer one, and then we have here like a vest, a body warmer, and with a hood. And for this one they did use a pre-quilted fabric. Here is the long one, of course, with zippers in the side seams, really cool, big pockets. Love the hood on this one. And here they also advise, I really love this fabric and the whole look actually. And here they also say that you can totally change the details in between them. You can mix and match. The longer jacket has also a cuff, really nice and warm. And here chic or basic, a really nice top with some gathers in the front panel. And they made a little bit of variations. Here you have the gathers in the side seam and on one shoulder, but they also give an option for on both shoulders having the gathers, and on the side seam I'm going to make this one to go with my skirt that I showed you earlier. Of course, these ones are made for jerseys. This one is made with cotton jersey. Really nice, beautiful color. Kind of love it. And here they gave also a basic, so it's actually the same pattern, only you get here a full front. It's nice that they have the bust darts. I know not everybody loves those, but you know, for they are drafting for cup C, and I find that with the bust dart is always nice to have it there, because you can get a really great shape. Then we get here a few ideas what we will get next month, and of course we get more and more to the colder days, and I kind of love that because I get to wear sweaters and stuff. So let's take a look at the patterns here. Of course, here we have actually, it's pretty much one pattern of the puffer jacket. It is with 1, 2, 3, 4 variations. Actually, it's more like 3. The vest, the shorter jacket, the longer one. They have here that shirt jacket, which in my head is actually a shirt. We have here the dresses. Really love this one. As I said, I'm going to make the skirt. This one is also a cool one with the yokes front and back, and with that really deep pleat in the back. I think this is my favorite dress, only just thinking how cool this pattern is, how it's made, how the sleeve is getting gathered in all these seams. Very nice, but definitely making the sleeves a little bit shorter. And of course the jersey shirts that you can, of course, in this one you can variate. You can make a lot of variations. You can change the neckline, make it deeper, make it as a V, make it as a, I don't know, a lot of changes you can make here. We have the really cool skirt here the shorter variation, the one that I'm going to make. The oversized pants or the really wide ones, definitely make test garment if you make those, as I said, otherwise you have the chance that you lose the side pockets if you are not happy with the fit. And of course for the men we have actually one hoodie, one sweatshirt with variations with a pocket, short or longer sleeves. So this was it, the Knip Mode for September 2023. I think this one was a good one. I think it was better than Burda, and I'm not saying that just because my new collaboration with Knip, but just because, as you can see, the patterns are pretty nice, really nice variations on them. And as I said, always take a look at the models to give you an idea how the patterns are falling, how the things are made to be, and take a look on their website, because there they from almost all the garments, I'll not say from all of them, but most of the time they give also a modeling video where you can see how the garment is moving. You can also get an idea how much how should I say, how wide they should be, or what was the idea behind. It's a really nice thing to have the garment in action to see how it falls. So I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time at a new sewing pattern magazine flip through. Bye everyone.